guess I'm working, but he already knows.
I can't find the words to say what I'm feeling without concern. When the devil tries to persuade me, God will work wonders. I can't find the words to say what I'm feeling without concern.
I'll circle back if there's more I can share.
We know these two teams rack up the assists. Greg, they pride themselves on playing unselfish basketball.
Yeah, both sides preach player and ball movement, getting everyone involved. It makes those teams that much more difficult to defend.
One of the ongoing stats we've been keeping an eye on is MP's execution in the rebound department.
And I think MP's been pretty demonstrative in the way he's been attacking that glass. I mean, we saw multiple times the extra effort, both on the defensive and offensive glass.
These are two teams with a clear identity, Grant. Defense is their backbone.
Oh, B.A., I don't expect to see many easy buckets between these two defenses. They're disciplined, hard-working, and gritty. And, of course, they make you work for everything.
Well, we've talked about it before. MP very vocal about how he wants to deliver on the glass.
I love what we've seen so far from MP in terms of his tenacity on the glass. Last game we did together, he was out there muscling his way into position, boxing out, anticipating, and securing the critical rebounds right from the tip through the final buzzer.
Let's take a look at our starters for the Golden State Warriors. MP is out there with Stephen Curry. Then it's Trace Jackson-Davis. Then there's Bogdan Bogdanovic. And it's Butler in at the 4. Now here's Fox. Looking at his stats, he's getting just over 23 points a game. Here's Alston. And MP throws it down hard. You know, words sometimes don't do justice to MP's greatness on the court, Grant. But how about numbers? A 20-20-20 triple-double.
Oh, B.A., the kind of stat stuffing we've only seen before from Wilt Chamberlain and Russell Westbrook. He's lighting up box scores, opponents, marquees, you name it. He is here to shine.
Here's Vassell. His last outing, he had 18 points. Here's Fox. MP with the block.
Displaying an innate ability to detect the score attempt. MP will do well to keep honing that skill.
Butler passes to MP. And here's Bogdanovic. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. To halt the run. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
Wow. Shohei just erupts off the court with a dunk. A reminder of how athletic he is.
Now here's MP. Against Sacramento, he was really on his game. Back to Bogdanovic. From downtown, he buries it from 3.
I just love the ball movement.
Spurs trail by 9. Sohan to the inside.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, one of the ongoing stats we've been keeping an eye on is MP's execution in the rebound department.
And I think MP's been pretty demonstrative in the way he's been attacking that glass. I mean, we saw multiple times the extra effort, both on the defensive and offensive glass, that he was going to do whatever it took to secure that board for his team.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. Butler out there with Trace Jackson-Davis. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then there's Bogdanovich. And it's Alston in at the point guard position. Now let's check in with Allie and see what she has for us on MP. Allie, take it away.
Guys, MP has established himself as one of the best rebounders in the league.
I'm cool. Got 100 million on my to-do list. He's stupid. It's like this way, we don't come back. Talking about everybody know him. Everybody know who. I done popped out for like I feel tired of my look. Them boys like 5. That's all. This ain't straight auntie. We big boys no Carly. Like a Barbie. I'm sorry, not sorry. Can't go to the mall, I'm back. I'm just like shit. Free real. Bro, I'm running. My wrist off, my watch fake. My bang roll, blue, cryback. My outfit up in the press.
Double on Wembanyama. Spurs trail by 12. Well, we talked about it before. MP very vocal about how he wants to deliver on the glass.
I love what we've seen so far from MP in terms of his tenacity on the...
Chris Crack, Casdini.
One of the ongoing stats we've been keeping an eye on is MP's execution in the rebound department.
And I think MP's been pretty demonstrative in the way he's been attacking that glass. I mean, we saw multiple times the extra effort, both on the defensive and offensive glass.
Sorry, you're not going to take it. Sorry.
Here's Fox. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Well, we've talked about it before. MP very vocal about how he wants to deliver on the glass.
I love what we've seen so far from MP in terms of his tenacity on the glass. Last game we did together, he was out there muscling his way into position, boxing out, anticipating, and securing the critical rebounds right from the tip through the final buzzer.
And so in the game for the...
Yeah. Premier on the track. Hey, yo, shout out to the NBA.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. Down by 12. One of the ongoing stats.
Trying to get easy with this shit. Don't you know I'm local?
Now Fox, 27 points his last game. Well, we've talked about it before. MP. Fox with the ball. Yet to see a basket. Well, we've talked about it before. MP very vocal about how he wants.
One of the ongoing stats we've been keeping an eye on is MP's execution in the rebound department.
And I think MP's been pretty demonstrative in the way he's been attacking that glass. I mean, we saw multiple times the extra effort, both on the defensive and offensive glass, that he was going to do whatever it took to secure that board for his team.
And Golden State looking at who they've got.
Baseline, melodies, got me in the chokehold. All day, all night, can't get weak. Baseline, melodies, got me in the chokehold. All day, all night, can't get weak.
And here's Fox. 27 points his last game. Well, we've talked about it before. MP very vocal about how he wants to deliver on the glass.
I love what we've seen so far from MP in terms of his tenacity on the glass. Last game we did together, he was out there muscling his way into position, boxing out, anticipating, and securing the critical rebounds right from the tip through the final buzzer.
On the floor for the Warriors, we've got Jimmy Butler. Stephen Curry is out there with MP. Then it's Trace Jackson-Davis, and it's Bogdanovich in at the 3, the small forward. We are all still talking MP's triple-double, Grant. A 60-20-10 game. My goodness.
Oh, as if 60 points isn't enough. MP adding in those 20 rebounds, 10 assists. Come on, BA. That's just not fair.
Here's Wembanyama. The Warriors getting their last shot to go. It's tipped. MP looking around. Left side Curry. Here's the 3. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. Austin's got his 4th assist with that last one. Spurs trail by 19. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Oh, that was hard.
Now, here's Michelle. Still without a basket. One of the ongoing stats we've been keeping an eye on is MP's execution in the rebound department.
And I think MP's been pretty demonstrative in the way he's been attacking that glass. I mean, we saw multiple times the extra effort, both on the defensive and offensive glass, that he was going to do whatever it took to secure that board for his team.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. Jimmy Butler is out there with Trace Jackson-Davis. Then it's MP. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3, the small forward. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Kings was all business. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and he registered a triple-double, showing off all of his skills. Really just a phenomenal performance from him. Here's hoping we see more of the same from him in this one, guys.
All right, Allie, great stuff as always. He was in attack mode all night. We saw that really propelled them to that win.
When he's on, he is on, and there isn't all that much you can do to stop him.
But he did whatever he wanted. I love the fact that he was under control, yet very aggressive.
MP with video game numbers. How about the 60, 20, and 10 triple-double?
An all-time game in league history. MP just doing everything. This guy is a cheat.
Here's Fox. Following the basket by MP. Here's Kessel. A three off the mark. Warriors leading by 22. And Curry has it in the corner. The shot's good. Austin making the play. Austin's got 5 assists tonight.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
So far, a great game plan and great execution, but we still have a long way to go. He's stacking up the missed shots right now. He needs to find another part of his game that can help his team.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Well, the score reflects it. They've just been the better team all the way around.
Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
Yeah, he has had a hard time finding rhythm this quarter. Just cannot get one to go.
Fox with the steal. And now the fast break. Fox with the ball.
Here's Fox. 27 points his last game. Well, we've talked about it before. MP very vocal about how he wants to deliver on the glass.
I love what we've seen so far from MP in terms of his tenacity on the glass. Last game we did together, he was out there muscling his way into position, boxing out, anticipating, and securing the critical rebounds right from the tip through the final buzzer.
So on the floor for Golden State, we've got Jimmy Butler. MP is out there with Stephen Curry. Then it's Trace Jackson-Davis, and it's Bogdanovich in at the 3 spot. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, well, Victor Wembanyama drawing fans league-wide. Pacers coach Rick Carlisle proclaimed, "I've never seen a player like this. I'm in awe of his talent, his stock."
One of the joke, but this message for anybody I see still fake woke. We see the strings of the vision that you all constantly stroke, and the fist full of propaganda you shove down our throats. Boy, I miss the days when we used to have Kaylee Mack. When they rapid fire questions, she would count.
One of the ongoing stats we've been keeping an eye on is MP's execution in the rebound department.
And I think MP's been pretty demonstrative in the way he's been attacking that glass. I mean, we saw multiple times the extra effort, both on the defensive and offensive glass, that he was going to do whatever it took to secure that board for his team.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. Jimmy Butler is out there with Trace Jackson-Davis. Then it's MP. Then there's Bogdanovich. And it's Curry in at the 2 guard. You know, you just can't say enough about the statistical marks that MP is putting up. I mean, Greg, this is just amazing stuff. How about his 20, 20, and 20 triple-double? I've never said that before. I mean, this is incredible.
And Kevin, something we only...
All that is in the world, the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof. But he that doeth the will of God abideth forever.
Love not the world, not that they compromise daily. Just repent, best believe. This world's so crazy. Yeah, love not the world. To the trumpet. It's a gift and a curse. You know what I'm saying?
San Antonio with the ball. Well, we've talked about it before. MP very vocal about how he wants to deliver on the...
Thirsty, hunger for truth, now stuff, Thanksgiving turkey, just saw a demon at the intersection, riding dirty, but I keep the armor on worthy, could never hurt me, covered in blood, you might have thought that I was too woo, but I banged Christ gang till we gone, who knew, till the sky cracking his name, I step to you, holy living and born twice, a heart brand new, this bitch was on walls, the flame so blazing, shout out
And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. One of the ongoing stats we've been keeping an eye on is MP's execution in the rebound department.
And I think MP's been pretty demonstrative in the way he's been attacking that glass. I mean, we saw multiple times the extra effort, both on the defensive and offensive glass, that he was going to do whatever it took to secure that board for his team.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. We've got Bogdanovich. Curry is out there with MP. Then it's Butler. And it's Jackson Davis in at the 5, roaming the paint. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, MP in the last matchup against Sacramento played some superb basketball. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points, and he did everything else he could have wanted as well, ending with a triple-double. He was a force of nature in that game. He made that.
Double on Wembanyama. On offense, here is San Antonio. Well, we've talked about it before. MP very vocal about how he wants to deliver on the glass.
I love what we've seen so far from MP in terms of his tenacity on the glass. Last game we did together, he was out there muscling his way into position, boxing out, anticipating, and securing the critical rebounds right from the tip through the final buzzer.
And so in the game for the Warriors, they've got Stephen Curry, Jimmy Butler out there with Trace Jackson-Davis. Then it's MP, and it's Bogdanovich in at the small forward position. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against Sacramento played some superb basketball. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points, and he really stuffed that stat sheet for them, ending up.
Left to play in the first. One of the ongoing stats we've been keeping an eye on is MP's execution in the rebound department.
And I think MP's been pretty demonstrative in the way he's been.
Put down hard! Watch out below! What athletic ability from MP. Plenty of bounce in those legs.
And another look at that last play with the AT&T connected team. The Spurs come into this one following a loss to the Pelicans in New Orleans. Fox with it. Now defended by MP. And it's good for 2.
Waiting until the last second to release that. What a move.
Different look here for the Warriors. Norkic checked in for Trace Jackson-Davis. Aaron Gordon comes in for Butler. Jonathan Kuminga. He's checked in for Bogdanovich. And it's Brandon Podziemski in for Stephen Curry. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. Take a look at the Warriors, earning the first place position with a terrific record. And we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far, and they're definitely the team to beat. And, of course, San Antonio just need to take it a game at a time.
And, you know, for the Spurs, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
Well, this is kind of where we expected them to be. They're a very good team, maybe even great, but they are still one level below the very top.
Good work there as it goes. .16 seconds left in the first. The three from MP. Sinks the triple. MP's got 28.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Well, this
I disown them, sipping living water, fourth quarter, Bobby Boucher. Seen the lies of the order, man, came for me. I stay ready for whatever, I've been on my dean. The line drawn on the sand, pin against the machines. They peep in the scene, while the sheep sleep and they dream that the world's a nightmare.
8 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Fox for three. The shot off that time. And so it's the Golden State Warriors ahead by a mile with a 38-point lead at the end of the period. And their three-point shooting, a big reason they have a sizable lead. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
That's a big drip. The script equipped like a phone. Lamp, that's a lit wick. Stay ready when I appeal like slick rig.
If thou knewest the gift of God, and who it is that saith to thee, give me to drink, thou wouldest have asked of him, and he would have given thee living water.
I'm just a messenger, I know you wanna stone me now. I come from the Lord and I know he gon' hold me down. I can hear the earth groaning, I'm prone to know the sound. It's going down, everything we see is going down. It's going down, I was sent to say it's going down. And everybody throwing stones and everything is going down. I get the feeling I'ma be around when everything is going down. I'm just a messenger, I'm just a messenger. Now you running up your sin, I'm here to turn it down. I'm here to let you know it's all burning down. The son of man, he coming, he returning now. And when he come, the earth is gonna quake. Half the church is gonna bake. Are you legitimate or you a fake? You living in this and you hit the brake. I'm here to let you know that there's another way. You don't gotta listen what the people say. They blur the line and they gon' make it gray. You can take the pain and take the chains away. Look, I don't wanna see you living in the same sin. I wanna see you turn and make it in. Sometimes you gotta take it on the chin. And everybody don't want you to win. So call the haters, tell them get the stones. I can see them, they a bunch of clones. They don't know that I am in my zone. And when he call, I'm picking up the phone. They know the lifestyle I don't condone. You throwing sticks, they only breaking bones. But you can never ever take my soul. I'm going to a place you never go. I'm just a messenger, I know you wanna stone me now. I come from the Lord and I know he gon' hold me down. I can hear the earth groaning, I'm prone to know the sound.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard. Plenty of time left for a comeback. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
They've really been dialed in for deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
You know, they've also been very effective at running the floor. Just a ton of points in the fast break. It's been a big part of their success.
So on the floor for Golden State to kick off the second quarter. MP is out there with Brandon Podziemski. Then it's Kuminga, then it's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Gordon in at the 4. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against Sacramento played some superb basketball. He dropped an amazing number of points and put up double digits in 3 categories. What a game for him, and against their rivals, no less, which had to make him feel extra special. Guys, back to you.
That's good stuff, Allie. Yeah, he was unstoppable during certain stretches. It'd be great to see him top that performance tonight.
Well, his team needs him to contribute. When he's on his A game, he just makes play after play.
Expect them to go to him early and often. Don't let that hand go to waste.
You know, words sometimes don't do justice to MP's greatness on the court, but how about numbers? A 20-20-20 triple-double.
Oh, BA, the kind of stat stuffing we've only seen before from Will Chamberlain and Russell Westbrook. He's lighting up box scores, opponents, marquees, you name it. He is here to shine.
Well, when you think about how the game has evolved in recent years, RJ,
I love this country, and I was born here. Don't get distracted by this earth, this place that we live for a small amount of time. These things we think we can take with us when we die, they don't last.
We've got De'Aaron Fox. Keldon Johnson is out there with Bryant. And it's Reese in at the 2-guard spot. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. So Stan, let me pose this question. What do you think is the most important thing to stress in youth basketball?
I think there's two things, Kevin, that need to be stressed in youth basketball. The first one is love the game. Make it enjoyable for guys. Because look, if kids love it and enjoy it, they'll keep playing it, they'll keep practicing it, and they'll get better. And then the second thing that goes along with that is the fundamental. You can never do too much work on footwork, ball handling, and things like that.
And now, Allie Force has something for us from the sideline.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Kings played some superb basketball. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and he registered a triple-double showing off all of his skills. He was locked in all night long. We'll see if that focus carries over into this game. Guys.
Okay, Allie, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And Kevin, here's the scenario that call for a different mix. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
You know, you just can't say enough about the statistical marks that MP is putting up. I mean, Greg, this is just amazing stuff. How about his 20, 20, and 20 triple-double? I've never said that before. I mean, this is incredible.
Kevin, something we've only seen from the likes of Wilt and Westbrook, right?
Break the machine, throw a hacking. We gotta burn the string. Jump on my wicked ways. The evil is legal, they pushing the needle. Yeah, they on a crusade. So, give it to God. 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 Give it to God.
And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. We've got Keldon Johnson, and it's Fox in at the point. That's who's in the game for the Spurs.
This world will leave you blinded. Surrender to the light, and one day I'll find you in paradise. We gonna keep you fighting.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Harrison Barnes is out there with Aaron Gordon. Then there's Brandon Bajemski. Then it's MP. And it's Kuminga in the 3. And GA, you know something.
Here in quarter two, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. And so in the game for the Warriors, we've got Brandon Bajemski, Harrison Barnes out there with Aaron Gordon. Then it's MP, and it's Kuminga in at the small forward position.
Another miss. At some point, they need to tap someone else for a boost offense.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie Force.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Kings played some superb basketball. He dropped an amazing number of points, and he really stuffed that section for them. And a triple-double. It was a performance that will stick with the fans for a long time. Let's see what he has in store for us this one.
Allie, great info there. It was obvious he could do anything he wanted. A fantastic win.
Well, I'll tell you, he was enjoying himself out there. Kind of like us here at the broadcast booth. And whoever was matched up against him wasn't enjoying themselves.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
We are all still talking MP's triple-double, Grant. A 60-20-10 game. My goodness.
Oh, as if 60 points isn't enough. MP adding in those 20 rebounds, 10 assists. Come on, BA. That's just not fair.
And one thing about this game, Grant, on any given night, you can see an upset.
Yeah, I mean, BA, it just shows how hard it is to be consistent night in and night out. Every team in the league has quality players. So if you're off your game even just a little, that could be enough to lose it for you.
Well, for him, this has been a quarter to forget. He is not helping them close the gap.
And here's Kuminga for three. And the Warriors with another three.
And comfortable anywhere on the arc. Kuminga just concerns himself with finding his moment to strike.
Gordon with a steal. And here they come. Releases. Again, Golden State. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Warriors.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
They're also managing to make lots of trouble for their opponents in transition. Right away, they're finding points on the break. It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to... Another bucket! Wow! He's having himself quite a night, scoring with reckless abandon.
And he's nearing third place in career 40-point games. You know, words sometimes don't do justice to MP's greatness on the court, Grant. But how about numbers? A 20-20-20 triple-double.
Oh, B.A., the kind of stat stuffing we've only seen before from Wilt Chamberlain and Russell Westbrook. He's lighting up box scores, opponents, marquees, you name it. He is here to shine.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating the offensive.
San Antonio's gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. Pass to Vucevic. Johnson on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Fox outside. They still need this. Again, the miss by Fox.
This hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
San Antonio again can't hit.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make the play to turn things around.
Fox up top. Shoots over Kuminga.
I got the two-way in this new spray, so I guarantee you ain't gon' stand on me. I'm just understanding, I'm just rising with the flame, cause I know he got his hand on me. I got the blood in the lamb on me. I got angels all around, I know that his hands on me. I'ma stand and fight, I'm a man in spite, and I'ma get in the ring, I'ma just land it right. Not the biggest in the best, but he is. And I never made anything.
And here's Fox, who'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. They're moving on after the tough loss at the hands of the Pelicans.
It seemed like coming into that game, they looked a little off, and they never really hit their stride.
Well, they played hard, but you could tell from their body language they did not have the confidence they needed.
We've got Keldon Johnson, and it's Fox in at point. That's who's in the game for the Spurs. And let's send it over to Allie the Force.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Kings played some superb basketball. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points, and he did everything else he could have wanted as well, ending with a triple-double. And the entire NBA talking about his performance. It was that special. Can he do it again? We'll see, guys.
Great report there, Allie. It really was some night for him. He couldn't have been much better, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., there was nothing they could do to...
You're ready now? You were on the phone the whole time.
Pay the heavy price. They tore his flesh apart so that I could get the light. Now I'm in the ring, here go the bell, ready fight. Don't let the devil catch you slipping, bruh. Hope you're getting right, man. I'm all in. From downtown, I only swish. My one and only wish is I keep it 100 grand on me. 2 Timothy 1:6 got more than one gift, cause you know I keep the fan on me. You know I got the two-way and the deuce spray, so I guarantee you ain't gon' stand on me. The line is in the sand and I'm just riding with the plan, cause I know he got his hand on me. From downtown, I only swish. My one and only wish is I keep it 100 grand on me. 2 Timothy 1:6 got more than one gift, cause you know I keep the fan on me. You know I got the two-way and the deuce spray, so I guarantee you ain't gon' stand on me. The line is in the sand and I'm just riding with the plan, cause I know he got his hand on me. I know he got his hand on me. I know he got his hand on me.
9:34.
It's one big experiment. They want control. They want to see who's gonna shut up and obey. Standoff, yeah, this is stand. I ain't backing down, ain't backing back off. Suggest you back. I will stand my ground. I take my mask off. I take my mask off, cause y'all are clowns. I take my mask off. I take my mask off, cause I won't bow. Standoff, yeah, this is stand. I ain't backing down, ain't backing back off. Suggest you back. I will stand my ground. I take my mask off. I take my mask off, cause y'all are clowns. I take my mask off. I take my mask off, cause I won't bow. Salute the president. He showed us how to beat it like an alpha man. It's evident. We don't need a vaccine, man. Our body is the medicine.
Once he got rolling, it was game on.
Well, he did whatever he wanted. I love the fact that he was under control, yet very aggressive.
You know, words sometimes don't do justice to MP's greatness on the court, Grant. But how about numbers? A 20-20-20 triple-double.
Oh, BA, the kind of stat stuff.
I stand my ground, I take my mask off. I take my mask off. It's y'all trying to take my mask off. I take my mask off. Just shut the...
Time to turn the beat up like a scholar. Throwing all these things on you.
We've got Keldon Johnson. Also Bryant out there. And it's Vukcevic in at the center, filling out the middle. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Every coach has their own philosophy, but Stan, you were telling me that it might not always align with their team style of play.
Yeah, look, Kevin, I think there's a difference between philosophy and style of play. And I think what you have to understand, philosophy are those immutable things that you think will win games regardless of the style. So that'll never change. But your style has to be fitted to your personnel.
Here's Reese, who's averaging around 5.5 points a game. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Kings played some superb basketball. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and he really stuffed that.
Get it small and very few walk in, we fall sin. But I'ma be a slave to what's right. That's for me and my house. Serve God, must fight. That's right. All I got is my spouse. Never lonely, homie, I won't die out. That's for me and my house. We on the top of the mountain. I'm a hustle, ain't got time for timeouts. That's for me and my house. I ain't got time for my doubts.
And here's Fox. 7 points in the game. Grant, you are a Hall of Fame small forward, so you know a bit about the position. What's key in excelling at the three?
Well, BA, you have to be able to space the floor. We almost never see a 3 or even 4 who can't make threes. And on the other end, lots of times you're matched up with quick guards.
On the floor for the Warriors, Harrison Barnes out there with Kuminga. Then there's Aaron Gordon. Then it's MP. And it's Pajemski in at the 2. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against Sacramento played some superb basketball. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points, and that's not to mention the fact that by the end of the night, he had a triple-double. Putting in a performance like that one really builds momentum in your direction. We'll see how far he rides that way tonight, guys.
Good stuff, Allie. Yeah, he was unstoppable during certain stretches. It'd be great to see him top that performance tonight.
Well, his team needs him to contribute. When he's on his A game, he just makes play after play.
Expect them to go to him early and often. Don't want to let that hot hand go to waste.
We are all still talking MP's triple-double, Grant. A 60-20-10 game. My goodness.
Oh, as if 60 points isn't enough. MP adding in those 20 rebounds, 10 assists. Come on, BA. That's just not fair.
The Spurs shooting just around 39% in the second quarter. As to Vukcevic, San Antonio moving the ball around. To the paint. Back to Fox. 6 on the shot clock. Misses the 3.
You know, some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think it's more of drowning. Just can't seem to...
Find out that's me in my house.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. Harrison Barnes is out there with Aaron Gordon. Then there's Jonathan Kuminga. Then there's Brandon Pajemski. And it's Alston in at the point.
Leading at the rim. Terrific position here by MP to come up with that.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Kings played some superb basketball. He dropped an amazing number of points, and he registered a triple-double, showing off all of his skills. A reminder of the amazing things that he's capable of on any given night. It'll be hard to match that tonight, but he'll try. Guys?
Excellent report, Allie. Thank you. Greg, we'll see if he can keep going here tonight.
Yeah, and that's the rub. When he's in rhythm, he can carry your team across the line.
Well, I expect they'll go to him early here, hoping for a repeat performance.
MP with video game numbers. How about the 60, 20, and 10 triple-double?
An all-time game in league history. MP just doing everything. This guy is a cheat code.
And Greg, the way the floor is spaced now, how much would you enjoy playing in this current environment?
That's a whole lot of rain.
And when you're trying to slow down a great score, there are those shots you just got to live with, Stan.
Well, look, BA, you can't take away everything, particularly from the great players. I think when you're game planning, what you have to decide is just that. What can you live with and what do you want to take away? And try to just make those great players a little bit less efficient. You're not going to shut them down, but maybe you can make them a little bit less efficient.
Inside at the 4 and the 5, it's Sohan and Wemby. Vassell and Johnson are the 2 and the 3. And it's Castle in at the point. That's the San Antonio 5. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against Sacramento played some superb basketball. He dropped an amazing number of points and put up double digits in 3 categories. He was really special in that game, and they're hoping he can repeat that kind of performance tonight. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks for the update. It was obvious he could do anything he wanted. A fantastic win.
Well, I'll tell you, he was enjoying himself out there, kind of like us here at the broadcast booth. And whoever was matched up against him wasn't enjoying himself.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
We are all still talking MP's triple-double, Graham. A 60-20-10 game. My goodness.
Oh, as if 60 points isn't enough. MP adding in those 20 rebounds, 10 assists. Come on, BA. That's just not fair.
San Antonio with the ball, following the score by Golden State. Wembanyama, high post. Jackson Davis on him. Castle misses. MP way outside.
Trap up in the sin. Take up your mask, you're feeling bad.